Greetings, this is Pink Flock Yellow Boots from Behavior, working towards achieving holistic health for everybody. When we speak of self care, there is one thing that is non negotiable, and that is setting boundaries. Boundaries literally convey limits. In Sanskrit, there is a sutra which is Ati Sarvatra Varjayet, which means excess of anything is bad and should be avoided. So, with boundaries, what we are trying are to set limits. An important criteria when setting boundary is to understand the purpose of boundary. Boundaries are there to bring clarity. We have a lot of internal and external variables that constantly impact us. However, a lot of time when we have something in our mind, we go after it, ignoring everything else. Boundaries come in play to achieve optimal benefit without abuse. That is, reaching the best potential without exploitation. They are created by us for ourselves with the aim that we take care of ourselves to be the best self we are capable of in that moment. Boundaries are set in relationships, in activities, and indulgence. And like everything else, boundaries, when not understood well, can become unhealthy. The primary purpose of boundaries is to save ourselves from burnout, improve our mental and emotional health, well being, and have a clear idea about why and what we have as our values and belief system, which leads to an improvement in our self esteem, independence, and a development of self identity. It gets complicated to put boundaries as something selfish, and it is also unhealthy to use your boundaries against somebody. So, boundaries are a space of neutrality. As when we set boundaries, we are taking into consideration ourselves first, but we are not being inconsiderate to others. Now, this seems complicated because we have a lot of conditioning around being nice and catering to people, having difficulties with assertiveness, and catering to social roles. But the empowering part of boundaries is that it can help you untangle yourself through that and be a better individual for yourself and others. Boundaries are also about being honest and true to your own self as well as others, as they cater to your emotional, mental, psychological threshold. They help you set a limit to what you can give based on your capabilities without overexerting or burning yourself out, including when you are in a relationship that is interdependent. Here, boundaries provide you that safe and supportive space to fill your own resources and have your own time to heal. Boundaries uphold your values and morals, brings clarity as you can state clearly about what you want and how much you are capable of, and communicating it effectively. They help you have your own view without the opinions of other impacting. They are also your own validation to your feelings and emotions without letting them override you. They help you be respectful to others' opinions, views, morals, and principles without having to compromise your own. Thus, boundary is about having your own space without impacting another people's personal space, without being overly responsible or unduly responsible for another human. Boundaries are also something that are interlinked with self awareness. As to have healthy and clear boundaries, self awareness becomes an integral part. A lot of clients, when I start with boundary setting, have a feeling of being selfish, have a lot of guilt, feel that they are being inconsiderate, have difficulty following through the boundaries they have set. But those are Common responses as you are working on previous conditionings and changing them. Boundaries are out there to create a sense of safety, to strengthen your self identity, and make you reach your optimal potential without making it seem like a burden. Boundaries, when you are setting them, will be slow and gradual process. It is always helpful to have someone who can support you and guide you through it in a professional manner. I would always suggest visiting your psychotherapist or finding yourself a therapist who can help you set boundaries and improve not just your life but the happiness and health in your life. The whole video might seem a lot confusing and arise a lot of questions. You're always free to seek consultation to solve your doubts. Have a safe and happy week ahead.